Hey gang, we are going to do a Zendoodle. So this is a Zendoodle I did a couple of days ago. And I'm going to show you how to do all of these different patterns. And that's all a Zendoodle is. It's just lines and patterns. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some boxes. It's always a good idea to practice your Zendoodles before you actually do them on a card or whatever, a picture, however you want to do it. So there's 4 boxes, and in those 4 boxes, we're going to look at how to do some of these different Zendoodles. And really, a Zendoodle is just a bunch of lines and circles. So I'm going to start with this one here, which is just sort of zigzags and circles. So I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to make a zigzag up to the top. And then I'm just going to follow that along. This one I'm going to make a little wider. I'm going to do a super skinny one. I'm going to do another wide one. And really, the choice of what kind of lines you're going to do is completely up to you. So that's got some wide and some, and I could actually just leave it like that and be done. Then I'm going to add some circles. Big circle, couple little circles, big circle, couple little circles. Now, Zendoodling is really good for your brain because it kind of shuts your brain down. And there are times when you just want your brain to kind of go, oh, I'm just going to chill out a little bit. This is a really good way to chill out your brain. It's been proven that it's really, really good for mental health to do stuff like this. Because not only are you being creative, so you're using a different side of your brain, but you're also making decisions all the time about what you're going to do and how it's going to work. And sometimes it just lets your brain shut off and chill. A lot of worries just kind of go away. So this is a really good way to do that. So there's that one. That one's a pretty easy one. And on top of that one, I've got this crosshatch. Now, I chose to just put that in there that way. I might have chosen to put these in or something else. I'm going to show you the crosshatch, which is another really, really simple one. It's just straight lines. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 across. 1, 2, 3 down. 4 down. And then 4 across. And you'll notice that my lines aren't very straight, and that's okay. And then I just do the same thing, only opposite going this way. I'm going to go down, and then across. And down, and then across. And down, and then across. Now I'm doing this kind of quickly, so it's not looking very, very neat. And I could go a little bit more slowly and it would look a little neater, but that's okay. You get the idea of what this is going to look like. Whoops, supposed to go down. And there you go, you get the idea. So that's that one. That's the crosshatch one. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to do these two. So again, I'm just gonna cut my paper, my box in half for my practices, and I'm gonna start with the squiggly one. So I'm just gonna do some squiggle lines going down. And you always want to make it look like it's going off. Like I've taken a camera or a lens or something and I've put it on and this keeps going and it just keeps going and ad infinitum. I'm going to turn this because it's a lot easier to draw straight lines going down than it is to draw straight lines going across. And I'm just going to fill in between my squiggles. And then again, I'm just going to add in some circles. I'll color these ones in. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be the same size. They just have to fill in some of the space. Okay, and then I'm going to put a few little dots around. I like a bit of white space, but if it's too much white space, then it doesn't look like anybody took any care to do anything with this. So sometimes it's just fun to do that. So now the next one are these. It looks like a ball pit. And that is the illusion that you're trying to create. So I'm going to start with some really large circles. You always want to put the big ones in first and then fill in with the little ones. Because if you try to put the big ones in afterwards, it never works. And I'm going to put some medium-sized. The idea here is to fill the space. With circles. Notice that none of my circles are the same size, which is fine. I'm just going to fill this in with little tiny circles. And then to make these look like they're round, I'm going to add some curved lines, which then makes it look more spherical. You can do different kinds of, make this one look like a real stripey one. reverse stripe on that one, make the stripe white, the ball black. And there you go. Oh, I guess I should do something with these ones because they look kind of funny just being white at the top, don't they? There you go. So that's that one. All right. So next, I'm going to show you this one. And this one looks really hard, but it's actually really simple. So again, I'm going to cut this in half because I'm going to show you two different things. And for this one, all I have to do is just make circles, sort of the same width apart. I'm going to make a few rows of them. Same width apart and about the same size. And again, they don't have to be perfect. Right down to this bottom line. That's the first part. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and around and up and around and up and around. So up and around and up and around. It's kind of like you're writing a cursive letter C and you join them all together. Up and around, up and around, up and around. And these kind of look like waves. Right? I'm going to turn my paper. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Up and around, up and around. And that gives me the desired shape. So even though that one looks really hard, it's actually really easy. This is one of my favorite ones to doodle. Okay, now the same thing. I can leave these circles white, or I can decide to color them in. Now I usually color mine in because I think it looks better, but it's totally up to you what you think looks best. The other thing you can do with this one is on the inside of each of these is you can do things like you can draw a heart and do that, make kind of a pattern or a flower or a square. You can follow the line again and just add some embellishments. It's really up to you how you decide these are going to look. All right, so there's that one. Now, these danglies are pretty easy and they're pretty self-explanatory. So I won't show you that one. What I'm going to do is show you this one, these little guys. So to do these little guys, I'm going to make some boxes. And just for fun, I'm going to do a double line to separate them out a little bit. Okay. Now, this little guy, I'm going to draw him really big over here so you can see what he looks like. Starts with a hook, like that. And then same thing on the other side. And then just put in his little body. Give him a head. And there's the little man. It always amazes me that I'm doing the same kind of strokes for all of these, but my little guys end up looking completely different. And almost like you can see their personalities coming out through the pen. And remember, we want this to look like it's going out of frame, so we just keep going. Right? And if you find you've got lots of space, like lots of white space, and you want to fill it in, you can do some of those danglies if you want. Just to kind of fill in the space. There you go. So there's that one. That one's a fun one. I always like doing that one. And the last two I'm going to show you are this one and this one. So again, I'm going to split my paper. Now the swirls is easy. It's just swirls. Again, I put the big ones in. They don't have to be very well done. They can overlap. Really, this is a good space filler. And there you go. That one's easy. Now this next one, I'm going to turn the paper again. And make some lines. Add some V's or some mountains. Now, I did this sort of in a pattern already, so I've got them facing up, facing down, facing up. And then I'm just going to decide which one I want to put the lines in and which way I want to put the lines in. And this one I'm going to do coming down. There you go. And just sort of do a pattern like that. And if I wanted to, I could create another triangle inside. Or put circles. And even that I could do as a pattern. Oh, excuse me. And those are the Zendoodles that I used to create this piece. And that's it for today.